Alright, so we're going to show you how to record using Garageband. So we're going to go down here to the guitars, Garageband, click, it'll open it up. While we're doing this, we also want to open up this one right next to it called Stopwatch Deluxe. This is going to be for timing the length of the talk. So we're going to open that up as well, right next to it. You can kind of situate these however it's comfortable for you, but you're going to want to see both windows simultaneously. So once we're in GarageBand, it will automatically open up the previous session. So what we're going to want to do is create a new session. If we go up here to File and New, yes, always save the changes made to the previous session. So GarageBand will open up a new window to create a new project. We're going to go over here to Empty Project. Select that if it's not already, and then click Choose, and it will open up this window. Now the options that show up here, the default options should be correct, but let's double check. So record using a microphone or line input is correct, so that's highlighted, and then we're going to go down to Input, and we want Input 1 and 2, which is already selected, and then we will go and click Create. So now we're in GarageBand with a new session. The first thing we want to do is save the file. We'll go back up to File and Save. And we're going to save it as Sunday and whatever the date is. And then the name of the talk. I'm just going to write in talk title. There we go. We're going to tag it red for recording because that's easy to remember. And then we're going to put it in Documents and click Save. Alright, so now we are ready to record. What we want to do is shrink this down so we can see if this will bring this up a little bit. Nope. Alright. We want to be able to see the stopwatch. While in the recording window, before we start, we want to get rid of or unselect these two purple icons at the top. One is a count-in feature and the other is a metronome. Those would be good if we were recording a live band or something like that. We're not, so we don't need that. So on the monitor in the sanctuary, you'll be able to pull up both windows simultaneously and see the whole thing. We want to talk a little bit about volume preference. So we're only concerned with the volume of people speaking. Any of the music will be edited out of the recording anyway, so we don't need to worry about that volume. But we want to check the volume on this meter. If it goes up into the yellow or the red, especially if it's in red, that means the sound is going to clip out and it will distort. So we need to bring the volume slider down. You can do that by selecting the circle here and dragging it up is louder. To the right is louder, to the left is quieter. So if we want to avoid clipping out, we will drag this to the left. So now it's a pretty comfortable volume. So you just want to be careful of that before recording and then also while recording. If this slider doesn't go low enough, if it still clips out, we can go up to the Apple icon, go to System Preferences, open up Sound, and then check the input volume. Sometimes this can be adjusted without us knowing, so we will slide this down a little bit to the left, and it will bring the input down on the Mac. And then the volume that will show up here will automatically be less. So then you have more area to play with this slider. Alright, so then again we'd want to save by going to File and clicking Save, because saving is always important. Okay, so now we can record. So to record, it's pretty easy. You just press R to record. It will start. And press spacebar to stop, and it will start. It will stop. The other two options we have, they'll do the same thing. If you want to record, you press the record button. The same thing will happen. And press the stop button, and it will stop. Every time we're done recording, we want to save, just to get in the habit of doing that. Now, the other thing that we had open before is this little stopwatch down here. We want to use this stopwatch to time the talk. So when Michelle's speaking, if you watch the counter up here, it's not really going to do us any good. So while we're recording and some time goes by, Michelle's about to get up and do her talk, or whoever the speaker of the day. When they start, we click play on the stopwatch, and now we can time their talk, and we can hold up the signs for 10 minutes left and 5 minutes left, etc. And then again, once they're done, we'll press spacebar. Once the service is done, we'll press spacebar and file save, and then we can close out of Garageband by going up here, closing out of here, quit Garageband, and we're ready to shut down.